Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome inside the class of 1923 Arena, the home of the Drexel University Dragons hockey program here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Drexel takes on Rhode Island, the Rams, for the second straight day. It was an unbelievable game yesterday, and it was a 5-4 finish. 2 late goals by Rhode Island made that one a game all the way to the final seconds, and they step out onto the ice now. Both teams just about ready to go. Today's broadcast and all of our broadcasts here on the Drexel Hockey Network brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers in industry. You can learn more at drexellebeau.com. It's a special day here as well, as it's Drexel University LeBeau College of Business Day, if you will, at the rink. We're going to have several alumni throughout the game that are going to be here. They graduated from LeBeau College of Business, and we're also going to have the dean of the LeBeau College of Business here to drop the puck. So excited for it. We're now going to turn it over to Zena on public address to get us ready for puck drop.
College of Business. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First from the University of Rhode Island. In goal, number 29, Dan Silva. On defense, number 24, Jacob DeRocher. And number 11, Cam Edward. At left wing, number 16, Colin Harple. At right wing, number 14, Dylan Weisselbaumer. And net center, number 27, Billy McNally. Now the lineup for your Drexel Dragons. On defense, number 3, Connor Kurzanabe. And number 18, Tyler Black. At left wing, number 22, Chris Hagan. At right wing, number 25, Cam Neely. At center, number 7, Jared Ortiz. And in goal, number 35, Jeremy Wick. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
the dean of Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Spurned from a picture from Captain Jake Salisbury from Rhode Island, but Mike Churchvara all too happy to take the picture there. And now we're about ready for hockey. Drexel in the home white uniforms here today. Rhode Island comes back out in the Carolina blue. Make that Rhode Island blue they come out in this afternoon. Bob Long on play-by-play. Elise Staklenski is with us again here on camera this afternoon. The second game of the weekend 2-game set. Jared Ortiz in the face-off circle, opposed by Billy McNally for Rhode Island. Jeremy Wick in net. Daniel De Silva in there for Rhode Island, and we're underway. Tyler Black starts in the back along with Connor Kurzenabe. And Drexel gains the zone. Nice pass there for Neely. Right across was intending for Jared Ortiz. Now it's sent right on in front, and Neely can't get the shot on. Back to the point. Kurzenabe fires it on, and it was deflected by his teammate Ortiz before it got to net. And now turned up ice by Weisselbaumer. Weisselbaumer goes down, tried to get a penalty, looking around, and no whistles to be had. Cam Neely back behind the net. Turns it off for Kurzenabe, and a nice pass there for Ortiz. But kept in at the point. No, apparently not, and there's your whistle. Linesman had his arm in the air. That was close one way or the other, but offside is the call. A little more than 40 seconds into this hockey game. Rhode Island out of the ESCHL, third in that league. Liberty out in first place, Delaware in second, and Rhode Island on their heels in third. Drexel, the top team right now in the ECHL, with Navy and Westchester chasing after them. On the near side boards, they jam away for it. 2 Rhode Island Rams in the area, 3 Drexel Dragons, including Eugene Lim, who waits for the puck to be jostled free. Still looking for control. In the area, number 22, Luke Judge, but now given up. Mike Churchvara out of the back, plays it forward for Aaron Carmichael. Kept in at the point, but now caressed out there by Churchvara. And Nick Urbani cycles back for it, sends it up to the red line where it's corralled by number 4, Nick Centaro, who is sent off the ice and out of the game yesterday for a game misconduct. It was a 5-minute major served by one of his teammates, as it was a blindside hit against Cam Neely. Now that's a good poke check from behind there. Good stick in there by Nick Urbani. Urbani's long pass does get out of the zone and found it to Crane, but Crane could not handle. Now through the middle, Rhode Island builds. This is Jake Salisbury. Salisbury over for Centaro. It's tipped south of the red line, so now Rhode Island free to get a change. Churchvara skips it along the boards. That goes over the stick, and they're going to wave off icing there. It was Castura who was trying to track that one down initially. An off bounce off the wall. Brings it forward here for Rhode Island. Salisbury got it to the red line, tried to punch it deep, didn't get a ton on it, and so Drexel able to clear out to mid-ice again. This sent down. Wick gets a touch. Dropped along the boards. It's popped high in the air, and it's pulled down there by number 29, Wyeth Cool. Cool, good control there after the initial pass was intercepted, and now played for Gianluca Travia. Not a good turnover there. Cool back there. Now brought forward, they try to go to the backhand. A shot pops high and up into the netting. Another look here as it looked like Rhode Island was going to get a shot. Indeed they did. Good stick, that was Cool, able to pop that high and well over the net, out of danger. The Travia pass set that one up, however, and Drexel fortunate to have another chance to clear the puck. Up to the slot and now over. Here's a shot through a lot of traffic, deflected there in front. Tyler Black, the defenseman, got the block. Kurzenabe plays along the near side, kept in at the point there by Jarosher, and now it is pulled free by the alternate captain, Patrick McGinley, who plays catch with Schickling, and now McGinley goes down to try to chase after it. Schickling has it shot with a deflection. It goes just wide. Zane Reynolds nearly had the tip in goal. Kurzenabe, his shot. Well done there by De Silva to push the rebound to the corner. And now turning with it, Cameron Rancourt. Rancourt, a cross-ice pass, could not be controlled. Zane Reynolds is drilled in near the Drexel bench. Drexel didn't like it. There were some guys raising their arms in the bench, but looked clean from here. Just a solid hit. Didn't tee anybody up. Didn't blindside anybody, and now this will be an icing. So Drexel's going to have to send that tired line back out there on the ice. 16-10 to play in a scoreless matchup. Billy McNally can't control the faceoff, but it does come back to the point of deflection right off Patrick McGinley. Leads to the clearance here for Drexel. Cam Neely in there chopping away at it, but can't gain control. And a big hit here. Penalty is called, and this is going to go against Drexel. Rhode Island with the first power play of the afternoon. And it's Connor Kurzenade, the defenseman, who will head to the penalty box. 2 minutes at 15:57 to play in the first period. Cam Neely to face off against Griffin Long. Rhode Island will set this up at the opposing point. Shot by DeRocher into the catching glove of Jeremy Wick. Another look here. That threw a little bit of traffic, but Jeremy Wick able to grab it. Rhode Island was effective yesterday in providing a lot of traffic in front of the net. This one sent all the way down, will go wide of De Silva. Big bounce forces him to at least be careful. DeRocher turns with it back behind his own net. Nathan Runk trying to make life difficult. Now it's carried forward by Daniel Caruso, who plays it forward. Deep it comes, but Runk with the first hit, and he pays for it. Runk gets another touch. This time, returns the favor. In the slot, pulled there by DeRocher, but Neely able to cascade it along the boards. Now a 2-on-2. Churchvara flips it high, and Neely tried to bat it out of midair. Now Rhode Island comes the other way. Numbers building here as Griffin Long brings it right on net. Jeremy Wick makes the save and dishes it back behind the net to prevent any rebound chance. Weak side, that one could have been a goal. Nice job by Jeremy Wick to be in the area and then to be aware at the back post. But that was a tip drill waiting to happen. Hard on the ice at the weak side post, just off it. And Rhode Island nearly had a tip in. 42 seconds left on the power play, 14:36 to go in the first period. It's scoreless here from the class of 1923 arena. First to it is Patrick Kramer for Rhode Island. He'll pull it back along the boards, now to the top of the circle. Good patience and stick work as they switch the ice. And a miscue there by Rhode Island will force it to be dumped back below the goal line where Kramer is once again. Kramer to the dot, now moves into the slot. He'll take a shot, saved there by Wick, and he will control any effort for a rebound. Well done by the man in net for Drexel. Another look here. Just started to squirt away, and Jeremy Wick all over it. 14 seconds left on the power play for Rhode Island. Drexel man down here for the first time this evening, trying to kill the power play efforts for Rhode Island. Nice job to lay the stick down by Weller. Now Aaron Carmichael Badgers down to 1 second. And Drexel has their fifth man on the ice. It's Eugene Lim. Still looking for a clearance here, however. Weichelbaumer drops it deep. Caruso is in the area. Now Weller up along the far side. Shot saved there calmly by Wick. Wyeth Cool. Now one more effort from Carmichael would not clear. And Rhode Island will send one man to the bench. Drexel still has that tired line out there from the power play. A block there from Kyle Weller. Carmichael will get to it back behind the net, tries to backhand it away. Still possession here until Drexel able to control, get the clearance. And Weller trying to do the rest to at least, I would say, get a change, but the line will stay. So Black in there defensively along with Wyeth Cool. They did get at least the defenseman off. from that power play, and I would expect to see additional changes. Wyeth Cool just checked out as Mike Churchvara came in his place. Tyler Black still skates around, toying with defenders as it gets to the red line. Good drop off here for Kyle Weller. Weller's shot into the catching glove of Daniel De Silva. A stoppage at 12:49 to play in the first period. And that was a great drop there by Eugene Lim. Here's the tail end of that shot. And he had to force De Silva to be good as he was slotting that one for upper 90. Nathan running in the face-off circle. And the face-off is controlled, and over to William Du Bois for Rhode Island. Flipped back in, that'll come just off the net, but De Silva out to get a stick on it anyway. Castura turns on the puck, takes it back behind the net for the Dragons. He shoulders a contact, still stays on the puck, and a great distribution to Jamie Crane. Back to the point, it's Urbani. There's a shot that comes right on, saved there by De Silva off the shot from Churchvara. And Rhode Island now looking for a clearance. This is Jacob Kelly. Kelly poked away from behind there, but Rhode Island will control at least enough to get it out of the zone. And now Urbani will fire it right back on, caught there, and De Silva will keep it moving. 12:06 to play, first period. Good nudge there by Jamie Crane. Into the neutral zone the puck comes, looking for possession, and Drexel, it'll skitter back to their defense. The captain, Mike Churchvara, skips it along, and some miscommunication there from Castura, as I don't think he realized Christopher Hagen was right behind him. But Hagen in there on the forecheck anyway. Here comes De Silva. That was dangerous. Might create an opportunity on the other end, however, for Rhode Island. It's 2-on-3. Nonetheless, Kelly tried to take a shot, and well done by Tyler Black to displace. Mike Churchvara will carry it the other way as Rhode Island just got a change. Got to the line. It's deflected off that shot as he was trying to pitch it deep. Jared Ortiz in the area, back for Tyler Black. That long shot deflected in front, and Griffin Long able to send it along. They'll build the other way, and this is Nick Ferraro, who punches it forward. Griffin Long back on the puck. Great move there, but could not control, and gets a good piece of Jeremy Wick on his way by. Another shot, Jeremy Wick got just enough of a piece of that one as it pops to the near side boards. Drexel to clear. They did get it out of the zone, forcing Rhode Island to touch up. Cam Neely on the near side. Good pass there. McGinley couldn't quite control, but he's going to be able to elusively get by that defender for Rhode Island. Now a backhander came just behind the net. Wyeth Cool had given up the spot at the point, and that'll lead to the clearance. And now an opportunity 2-on-1 here for Rhode Island. Defenders in pursuit, and Wyeth Cool a good poke from behind. Ferraro tried to backhand it in front. Now corralled by two defenders as the puck comes loose and into the glove of Jeremy Wick. 10:29 to play first period. This is Drexel Hockey Network action. Bob Long on play-by-play. Elise Staklinski with us on camera. A 5-4 win last night for Drexel to buoy their confidence coming into this afternoon tilt. Gianluca Travia carried it forward. Referee gets in the way. Puck went into the Rhode Island bench and a stoppage as a result. Faceoff will stay outside the zone. Patrick McGinley will take the faceoff, but not until we take it right into the center circle in between the two Penn logos. Faceoff controlled there, and Caruso got a nice shove in on Patrick McGinley as a result. Gianluca Travia took a big hit. McGinley in there, good stick work and skating as he clears the zone, but pinching on that play, number 5, Mike Costello, to come up and get a piece. Travia will try it again, carrying forward to the blue line, now the red line. Got to the red line and dumped it deep. Drexel will elect for a change as McGinley skates to the bench. And as a result, here's a chance. Big-time save by Jeremy Wick. Good eyes up the ice by Rhode Island, finding Jonathan Alsfeld all alone. And Alsfeld, as a result, saw the guys coming in, closing in space, and took the shot. Jeremy Wick able to tee that one up with no problem whatsoever. Billy McNally in the faceoff circle along with Kyle Weller. Weller got enough of a piece of it to control it for Drexel. And now Urbani backhands it forward for Aaron Carmichael. A backhand into the center of the ice and out to the red line. Sent right back in Dylan Weichelbaumer touches up, tried to drop in front. Nobody was there, and Weichelbaumer went down to the ice for his efforts. Good move there. Weller sets up a 2-on-1, has Carmichael with him. Carmichael tees it up, sent it in front. They score! It was Urbani on the initial deflection. This provides a big rebound on the weak side, and Kyle Weller says, thank you very much. Dragons on the board. 1-0 with 9:17 to play. Aaron Carmichael was so patient that I was questioning the amount of patience that he had, but certainly was the right decision as 2-on-1 became 3-on-1. Great effort from the back line there as Nick Urbani came in. Got the initial deflection, a big save there by De Silva, but absolutely no chance as Drexel just out hustles and out executes Rhode Island on that first goal. A big shot just went wide there off the save by De Silva. Rancourt takes a hit there from Aaron Carmichael, and Drexel's buzzing around out there right now. Rancourt takes another hit as he lofts that one back behind the Drexel goal line. Nick Urbani fighting for the puck, but there is Jacob Kelly. Kelly taking off the puck well, played back to the point, good keep by Rancourt, a shot that was wide right off the stick. Sends it deep once again, and miscommunication there. Chris Mayer could not get the pass to his intended recipient, now Eugene Lim. He'll turn on the Jets, try to get there, but the big Cameron Rancourt in there first. Lim continues to hammer away. What an effort by Eugene Lim. Diminutive does not matter. 1-on-2 also doesn't matter. Lim keeps it alive and allows Drexel not only to get that change, but control the puck. Here's Jamie Crane. Crane looks for help. Two guys coming in on the weak side, and a deflection will allow Rhode Island to control and flip it high. Chopped deep there by Alex Lund, and now Drexel the other way. Castura comes up with the puck. That pass is brought down well by Crane, but a stick lift will bring it the other way. Here's Griffin Long. Nearly lost an edge, and he went down along with Nick Castura. And an extra jam there as Castura was hit hard. Now DeRocher's shot. That might have been blocked by his own man, Griffin Long. And out of the zone. Surprised not to see anything there. As that one saved by Jeremy Wick. Castura was on the ground, and an extra jam in there by Rhode Island, well off the play. The official was nowhere near that one, was looking the other way, was following the puck. Two linesmen obviously not going to do anything about it, but unfortunate there for Drexel and for Castura. But now Rhode Island trying to answer the other way. This one comes right on Jeremy Wick, and they score. That's going to go down as an own goal. This puck chopped high in the air. Wyeth Cool tries to bring it down. That deflects it, and it ends up beating Jeremy Wick 5-hole. So just like that, Rhode Island on the board, and we're tied at 1 with 6:51 to play in the first period. Certainly that's the right idea from Cool, but one that you simply have to come up with. And bodies flying everywhere. Cam Neely trying to jam away at it. Wyeth Cool with it now. Chopped up there, Jared Ortiz in the area. He's able to keep it in the zone for now. And a dangerous move, but a good one nonetheless. Still doesn't get the clearance. A nice job right at the point by Gianluca Travia. A pinch there from Wyeth Cool. That might not have been the right decision. Here's 1-on-1 shot there, saved by Wick. And we have a penalty. It's going to be a slash. There it is. Right at the tail end. Causes number 10, Jacob Alsfeld, make that Jonathan Alsfeld to go to the ice. So Gianluca Travia goes to the box. It was an ill-advised pinch by Wyeth Cool, and then really, I'll say an unneeded trip there by Gianluca Travia because Jared Ortiz was coming back and was positively going to get to that puck first before Alsfeld was able to stop on a dime and get back to that puck. 5-on-4 for Rhode Island as they send this one deep. Cam Neely taken into the boards back behind the net. Now right in front, save there by Wick, able to stay down and on that near side post. Back to the point, Costello takes the shot, and it's into the body there of Wick. No rebound. Another look as Jeremy Wick all over that one. 5:53 to play, first period. It's been a good one here from the class of 1923, two very good hockey teams. Rhode Island 13-11-1 on the year as that deflection was well high and wide. Drexel now 17-2-2 on the year and the number one in the ECHL. Long way to go, and games like these will help from a schedule strength and really finding out who your team is. What Drexel's found this year is they have a pretty darn good hockey team, one of the deepest teams that this program has ever had, under the tutelage and direction of Kyle Zoldi back behind the bench. William Du Bois controls for Rhode Island. Jonathan Alsfeld is fortunate to get that puck back, but kept in the zone for now by Schickling until it's turned back up ice by Costello. Costello tried to do a little bit too much, a clearing attempt off the skate, some friendly fire there as Schickling kept it in. Now Schickling will get it back, and that time no mistake, all the way down the ice. Well done by Schickling, number 21. Allows for a full change from Drexel. Nearly teed up Griffin Long. It's a good thing that he was able to spin out of it, but now Neely with the puck. Neely holding it up 20 seconds, now down to 19 seconds. Nathan Runk in the area, he overskates it. Nearly to the end of this penalty, but Rhode Island going to get one more look, and a great job by Drexel. Here's another opportunity he's going to force the goaltender De Silva out, and as a result, Neely will head to the bench. 5-on-5, excellent penalty kill that time for Drexel. Really no chances of any substance for Rhode Island. That's one, though, a big save by Wick, and Kyle Weller dispatched of the second attempt. And that is an icing against Tyler Black. Just a mental error that time, as certainly it was 5-on-5, and I don't think there was any intended passer there, just fired it down the ice. Rhode Island in their offensive zone. Billy McNally to take the faceoff. 4 minutes exactly to play here in the first period. And that'll find its way out of the zone. Pitched back in there. Cam Edward. Tyler Black. Over for Lim. Lim will get it to Kyle Weller, who will pitch it deep. Aaron Carmichael in there on the forecheck. Cam Edward back there defensively for Rhode Island. Sent across for McNally. Now DeRocher. And it does find its way just out of the zone. 1-on-1. Defender coming back on. DeRocher to the backhand. Big save there by Jeremy Wick. Still loose in front. And it's sent deep. That should wave off the icing as Carmichael gets back there first. Carmichael swings it all the way into the slot. Takes the shot. It's deflected right off his stick. Boy, he's buzzing around, isn't he? Sent it right in front. No Dragons in the area, but Carmichael did a nice job there. And it's kept in momentarily by Weller. Played to the center of the ice. Urbani got a stick on it. Now carried in by number 16, Colin Harple. Harple still with the puck as he was nearly taken off it. Avoids now two hits. Churchvara's on the ice. Harple back up top. Centauro, big block there by Eugene Lim. A stick lift by Lim. This one will come in front and politely pushed to the side by Drexel. Still not out of trouble. 2:30 to play. 1-1 the score. 11 shots for Rhode Island, 5 for Drexel, and we got a penalty. It was on Drexel's touch, so I think it will be Drexel going to the penalty box. Centauro left a big hit on Lim as the whistle blew, but it's Nick Urbani going to the box for 2 minutes. Last night it was much of the same. Drexel sent more guys to the box. Now actually Rhode Island is going to have a guy go to the box as well, so offsetting Colin Harple and Nick Urbani. And they're having a conversation. And again, the beauty of this rink. No scorer's box in between, just a little fateful piece of plexiglass. Allows the two guys to have an educated and polite conversation, of course, about what has just transpired out there on the ice. And if it doesn't make things worse, 3 goaltenders makes it 2 goaltenders for Drexel. The Drexel bench is directly next to where Nick Urbani will sit. A great old barn here. That brings some of those elements into play that you would never see at an NHL venue. Mike Churchvara carries it forward. It's 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 49. Giveaway. Here's Jake Salisbury, the leading point scorer. Can't get the shot off. Wyeth cool there to take him off the puck well. And now they build it forward again from the back. Here's Mike Churchvara. Stops on a dime, waits for help. Sends it in front. Kept in there by McGinley. McGinley in there with Zane Reynolds. He'll drop it deep for Reynolds. Reynolds could not quite get there. And Centaro unable to clear. But now carried forward by Griffin Long, who will cycle it back. Nick Centaro at the top of his own circle sent it deep, and this should be icing. Race to the dot won by Tyler Black. And Drexel will have a face-off in their offensive zone with 1:08 to go on the 4-on-4, 1:32 to play in the first period. A nice crowd building here today. We mentioned some Drexel University LeBeau College of Business alumni. Big save, rebound, and De Silva was there to make a secondary save. Hagen didn't get as much as he wanted to on it. Kurzenabe at the opposing point. He'll take the shot through traffic, and what a deflection that was by Cam Neely. Better save by De Silva. The hand-eye coordination that goes into something like this is incredible. You'll see the deflection right there. 1:15 to play in the period. Bob Long play-by-play. Elise Staklinski with me on camera. The Drexel Hockey Network. So excited to be here for all Drexel home games for D1 and a lot of D2 games as well over the course of the year. Now Tyler Black controls the puck back behind the net, hounded there by Nick Ferraro. And Black, he's such a strong skater and good with the puck on his stick as he plays it back for Connor Kurzenabe. Kurzenabe, another nice pass for Black. Starts the 3-on-2. Shot there was deflected right off the stick of Christopher Hagen. Neely so good on the forecheck, plays it back to the point. Kurzenabe chucks it deep. Hagen in the area. He takes a shot. Again, it was blocked right off his stick by Jacob DeRocher. And it's sent to the red line. Kurzenabe will fire it back deep. 2 Dragons will come off the ice. Churchvara on for the Dragons. Now 5-on-5. 21 seconds left in the period. It's 1-1. Maybe one last chance for either team. Black plays it forward for Carmichael. Long pass just behind Kyle Weller. Final 10 seconds of the period. Carmichael handles and sends along the near side boards. Maybe one last chance. William Du Bois waits for it, now gets it into the zone, and that will be the end of the first period. Had to wait for his teammate to touch up, which really, I think, prevented him from carrying into the zone and trying to get a wrister off in the final few seconds. After 20 minutes, it's Drexel 1, Rhode Island 1. Been a great game thus far. Drexel's goal was a thing of beauty, a brilliant counterattack, a brilliant odd man rush. Aaron Carmichael with incredible patience to hold up. The hustle from the back line there. Nick Urbani came in front. A quick touch pass on a tip drill. First save was made by De Silva, and then Kyle Weller all alone on the back door. No chance for De Silva to make that save. And then an unfortunate one, a block shot. Exactly what you want if you're Drexel. Tried to get popped right up in the air. Wyeth Cool tried to bring it down. Unfortunately, did not, but changed the trajectory of the puck. That scooted in between the legs of Jeremy Wick and into the back of the net. And that's how Rhode Island got their goal. A lot more hockey to come your way. Thanks again, everybody, for being with us. And today's game brought to you again by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Let's take a look and talk to a few of the people that were key to Drexel's success in the first period. Out of the defense, Nick Urbani and Mike Churchvara. We'll start with Nick Urbani is with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And Nick, welcome into the hot seat here. Appreciate you taking some time with us. How has the summer been for you as you prepare for this season?
I think it's been a really good summer. It's been very relaxing, and now kind of I've had my first year here and I know what to expect. It makes it easier coming into my second year here, but it's definitely been a good summer getting ready for this year.
How was your last year with the program, and how would you kind of grade things from a team perspective, from a personal perspective, and kind of carrying that forward into the late stages of last year? Yeah,
I mean, last year it was probably at first it was a bit of an eye-opening experience coming from high school and coming to college hockey, but it was definitely an awesome year. A lot of fun with the guys, great group of guys that we have here, and just coming in and being accepted, not quite accepted, but like brought into the locker room so quickly with all the older guys was definitely awesome. I think we had 3 rookies on the team, 3 freshmen. I think all of us would say that the older leadership definitely brought us in and made us feel very welcome and part of the family very quickly.
So you're already somewhat of a young veteran given the experience and the time that you logged on the ice last year. So how do you kind of balance that now? You have a lot of other young folks that have come up. Maybe they played last year at the D2 level. Maybe they're coming in and just going right to D1. How do you see your role there from a mentorship perspective and bringing some of those young guys along?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, with coming in and going through that last year, I definitely feel a responsibility that with like a lot of the young guys, especially defensemen, just to like help them along, and any advice I can give them at all, whether it's like off the ice or on the ice, things I would do, or just like how to help them and make their lives easier. Just the same that I received last year from older guys. Anything I can help them with is definitely, I'm always here to ask questions or helping them as much as I can. Just makes the team better and helps them make that transition easier.
So part of playing hockey at this level is that you're traveling all over the place for some of these games and spending a lot of time with the guys. What's the best part of a road trip, and what's one part you could live without?
So I think everyone that's in class at the time would say the one thing they could live without is homework. They don't want to do homework on the road. It's not a lot of fun. But I would say the best part is just being around the guys. And when you're on campus playing home games, yes, we're all hanging out and we're all spending time together. But when we're on the road in the hotel, you really are all together at all times. And I would say hanging out with everyone is definitely the best part.
That's great. That's great. All right, in your time here at Drexel, what is the funniest thing that any coach has ever said? And could you pinpoint it, and then what was it?
I don't know.
And can you say it on air?
I almost hate to keep adding on to the guy, but when
Derek,
the coaches,
I'm sorry, man.
when the coaches make fun of Derek in the locker room for not saying anything, that always lightens the mood a lot and gets everyone laughing.
Derek, we're gonna need more out of you this year, man. I tell you, it's almost unanimous. That's great. That's great. And so, last question for you. This year, the goal, everybody is talking about it: win a game at nationals. How do you guys do that? What step do you need to take, or what's the difference this year?
I think in terms of the goal, like the goal is obviously winning a game, but how to get there almost isn't looking ahead. It isn't worrying about that already. It's taking the necessary steps every day, just getting a little bit better now to the point where by the time that we get there, we're the best team that we could possibly be. And I think it's just taking it day by day to get there and not looking ahead.
Good stuff. We'll be following along. Thanks for being on with us, and best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Welcome back. It's Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network, and we have the captain, Mike Churchvara, here with us. Mike, welcome, and thanks for spending some time with us here.
Thank you for having me on. It's really nice to be here again. It's been a while.
Absolutely. Yes, it has been, but happy that it's hockey season again. All is right with the world.
Definitely. All is right. I know what to do now.
Yep.
I'm okay.
So what you have to do this year is take over for a captain in Dylan Hart, who was a tremendous ambassador for the program, a good face internally and externally for everything that the program stands for.
Right.
What personal responsibility do you take there, and how do you look forward to executing upon everything you need to do on and off the ice?
Well, I was also a roommate with Dylan for 3 years, so I had a lot of knowledge of how he carried himself on and off the ice, how he talked to the coaches, and things of that sort. So it's a matter of taking what I know and who I am and how I've grown over 5 years now at Drexel, and just applying that next step. Just being a good teammate, being a good leader, setting a good example for everybody. And then the outreach too. Now that we have 2 teams, a lot of responsibility comes on our shoulders here. So just want to take that next step, make sure everything's running smoothly. The program has a good face.
And then for this year, a lot of expectations, of course. You guys had a great year last year, best in program history. Talked to Nathan about it. He said that third period against Oklahoma was one of the best that you guys played all year, and I would concur with that. How do you build upon that going into this year, and what is a realistic expectation after everything you guys accomplished last year?
I think we all know that next step is winning a game at Nationals. 3 straight years we've gone to Nationals, and 3 straight years we've lost that first game. I think we've built each year to the point where last year we were a goal away. We were actually a crossbar away with Eugene scoring that goal to tie it to send it to overtime. This goal right now is to win our league, get back to Dallas, and win that game. I think we can do it with the team that we have. We're a stronger group before, a little bit more mature. I'm excited. It's going to be so great.
And how have the coaches continued that communication? I'm sure a lot of this is within the dressing room itself and you guys holding yourselves to that standard, but how also have the coaches communicated how last year is going to transcend into your goals for this year?
Every time that we get on the ice, they make it clear what our goals are. Part of having good leadership in these coaches is setting these goals and then breaking them down so we can take it step by step. And they've been doing that for forever now, but this year specifically, it's do what we need to do right now in minicamp and training camp to move forward, take that next step, start the season well, keep that ball rolling all the way to Dallas, and then we're gonna win that game.
That's good stuff. I ask every player this question, but any games that you have circled this year, whether personally or as a team, on the calendar?
Ooh, Navy, obviously, because I'm very mad about how the playoffs went last year. I think we didn't have our best showing, and we kind of embarrassed ourselves a little bit there. And personally, I love playing NYU just because the attitudes, the different clash that we have of schools, it always makes for a good game, and they're a really tough program. They're a good team, but it's nice to have those. Yeah,
I happen to remember that you guys don't particularly, not that you don't care for new NYU, but that you enjoy putting up your best effort against them.
We definitely enjoy taking it to them.
All right, so maybe this is one that I can only ask a captain. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel like I'll want to ask this later after I hear your response to this. But how are your impressions?
For this team?
Do you do good impressions? If I ask you for a Kyle Zoldy-ism in practice or in a game, maybe when he's a little bit hot under the collar, what would something like that sound like?
I definitely don't think that I can do a Kyle Zoldy impression that's going to be PG-13, especially for the intermission locker rooms where it gets a little heated. I could do a Derek impression.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get.
Okay, so coaches come in, they say their words, Derek. Let's go get him, boys. And then the next one would be 2 laps left. And that's Derek for you. It goes off what Runk was saying. He's not a big talker, but he's a good character on the ice, too.
That's great. Yeah. That's great. Well, hey, we're really looking forward to the season and watching you grow into your role as captain, and certainly appreciate your time with us and appreciate all you do for the program.
Well, thank you for saying that. I'm super excited for the year. It's going to be a good one.
Good. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
On with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And Jim, looking forward to the year here, 2019-2020, back at it for another year of Drexel Hockey. What's the thing you're most looking forward to for this campaign?
Really just getting back on ice with the guys. Starting off hot right next week, 2 weekends in Buffalo. So really just getting back out there and right away getting back to playing with everybody. Everyone's been off on the summer, kind of on their own, just trying to stay on the ice and get ready. So to have everyone back together would be good.
Well, and we're talking here at the training camp in September, and I have to imagine that this is a very crucial couple of weekends to get everybody back together for the first time. And you guys are on the ice quickly in game situations. What does a day like today do for you guys getting out there?
One, just getting back on the ice and getting that chemistry going again, just picking up where we left off, and just bringing the new guys in, getting them feel welcome and up to speed with how the game's going, getting ready to move forward.
What, from a perspective of this team and this chemistry, how do you think the new guys coming in, because you do have quite a depth of talent, young guys coming up, how do you think you guys will grow and mature together this season?
Yeah, I think with just the large core guys that we have from last year and the success that we had, just having new faces, new different skill sets and talents, to have them come in, be able to help them transition to here and just become part of the family and help us succeed with our goal next year.
From a perspective of the games that are on the calendar this year, obviously you guys circle games on the calendar, and I think I might even know your answer based on the other folks I've talked to, but if you could pick 1 or 2 games that you really are looking forward to this year, what would they be?
I mean, I think everyone could say the Navy game in Westchester is going to be a good battle, and we're all definitely looking forward to all the games against those guys.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, among other things, is coming to class in 1923 this year, a new venue essentially, totally redone from top to bottom, new boards, new lighting, a new roof, etc. What about for you guys? What's the best part of having essentially new digs for your home rink?
Yeah, I think it's great that I'm excited to see what the changes they've made. I think it'll be good, especially earlier in the year with all the fog that we've had. It would be nice with the new roof that hopefully we don't have any of those problems anymore.
Yeah, I think back to the old days, and it was back in like the 70s or something like that. It might have even been when the Flyers were in the Stanley Cup against the Sabres, because it definitely happened up in Buffalo, where they had to send the guys out on the ice when there was a whole bunch of fog there to essentially just skate in circles to try to lift the fog and get the game underway. And yeah, I don't think that'll be an issue this year anymore, which is great. So a couple of hot seat questions for you. Funniest guy on the team?
I'd go with Chris Hagen. Just some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth is you're not really expecting it, but he's always got something to say. Whatever you have, he's got a way to make it funny.
Is it like a dry, quick wit type of thing, or?
He's just everything he's got to say. He just knows how to make individually. Just each guy, he knows what gets them going and makes them laugh.
And then who will say something that'll make you think, and what's an example of that?
I think there's a few guys. I'll have to go with Cam Neely. Spent a lot of time on the road, especially as his roommate, and sitting next to him in the stall. And some of the stuff he asked me, whether it's about school or just life in general, just really makes you think. Sometimes where his head's at, and sometimes just it really makes you think about whatever. Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking some time with us, answering some of the hard questions here. We'll be watching you out there on the ice this year, and wish you guys the best of luck.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena. Second period about to commence here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Today's game and all of our games are brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industry. Learn more at drexellebeau.com. Bob Long here, play-by-play. Elise Staklinski with us on camera, getting ready to switch sides and get back at it here for 20 minutes in the second frame. It's 1-1. Great period on both sides. Shots nearly identical. 11 for Rhode Island, 9 for Drexel. And we have 40 minutes of action to go until we have a winner. 40 minutes at minimum, shall we say. Jake Salisbury in the circle along with Nathan Runk, and we're underway. Rhode Island in the Carolina blue and Drexel in the whites. Mike Churchvara across the blue line has Castora with him. A shot right on, and De Silva there for the save. got the glove down and a little bit of extracurriculars after the fact. They'll break that one up. But another look here as Castura dropped in. And you see the beginning there of what led to just a quick dust up in the backboards. 15 seconds into this second period. Officials having a long discussion here right at the top of our screen as to, well, several things, one of which where this faceoff is going to be. Is there any collateral damage as a result of that? There is not. Faceoff comes right on the near side here in the Drexel offensive zone. Controlled here by Rhode Island, and Mike Costello back behind the net for Centauro. And here comes Rhode Island the other way. It's one-on-one. Moore joined the fight. Griffin Long tried to find Jake Salisbury. The pass just a little bit beyond his reach. Now another shot here comes right on. They dropped it across, and another one that went just behind Salisbury. That would have been a golden opportunity, but it was Nick Ferraro that time that couldn't put the pass where it needed to be. Now Jamie Crane works through two defenders. James Schickling back down there. Make that Nathan Runk, number 23. Apologies. Griffin Long pops it up in the center of the ice. And it's 2-on-1 right in front, and this time it's Ferraro that missed it from point-blank range, and Rhode Island getting every possible opportunity they could want in the first minute of the second period, but no dice, not even a shot on net during that period. Caruso, he'll try. That time he did get a shot on net, and Jeremy Wick was there for the save. Patrick McGinley will turn it up ice, play it back for Nick Urbani, who turns it over. Tough spot to turn that one over as now Rhode Island will turn on it, send it deep, and chase it back behind Jeremy Wick. Schickling now in there, has the puck, pops it up towards the point, kept in. That took a nice chunk out of number 15, Patrick Kramer, as now Drexel comes the other way with it. Zane Reynolds drops back for Kurzenabe, who rips it along the boards and back behind Daniel De Silva. On the near side, boards number 10, Jonathan Alsfeld with it now. Zane Reynolds tries to keep it in and does. That one came right through the legs of Patrick McGinley, who takes it below the goal line. Has Schickling in the area as well, was trying to get it there. Now Schickling does come onto it. McGinley back right in front. Zane Reynolds a good keep in between the circles. That one comes right through, and it was blocked there by Rhode Island, and they'll get the clearance to center ice. Good work that time offensively by Drexel, creating a lot of opportunities in the offensive end. Kurzenabe's pass intended for Schickling, got the touch, and Schickling will come to the bench. Jared Ortiz just checked in as well, came from the bench, as does Christopher Hagan. Gianluca Travia on there on the backside, along with Tyler Black. Sent all the way around the boards as Gianluca Travia carries it near the red line. Some miscommunication there with him and Wyeth Cool. Hasn't necessarily been a pairing that have had the most chemistry throughout the day here. Wyeth Cool tries to change that, though, as he took the nice pass from Travia. Now back behind the net, right in front, Jared Ortiz banging away at it, and De Silva keeps it out of the net. He had the strong side covered. You'll see that right there. A good tip by Ortiz and nearly a goal. What a great play that was by Wyeth Cool. Face-off on the near side. Kyle Weller in the circle. Billy McNally in there for Rhode Island. And Weller got a stick on it. Now Carmichael tries to keep, but it's turned up ice by number 14, Dylan Weichelbaumer. Sent in. Wick will let that one go. Into the corner, Wyeth Cool lays a little bit of a hit. Puck pops up in the air, and Aaron Carmichael skitters free with it. Shoulders a hit, but does get that one all the way deep. Eugene Lim trying to make life difficult on Rhode Island. Weichelbaumer plays it forward for McNally. It's 2-on-2. McNally did shake a defender, but lost the puck in the meantime. Able to corral it now and send it back deep. Gianluca Travia, a good stick. That'll make its way out to the blue line and all the way down, coming up well short of icing. On the far side, Rhode Island builds. Pass behind the intended recipient, but McNally comes right on it. Dropped in front, and a great job by Jamie Crane, the alternate captain. one of two for this Drexel team. McNally now gains the blue line, and well done by Kyle Well to gain possession. Here's Nick Castera with it. Right up near the line, he'll have to wait for a touch from Jamie Crane. Instead, the other way, Rhode Island with a shot. Saved there by Jeremy Wick. Dropped right in front and a huge hit, and that's a penalty coming against Drexel. One more look, and got the elbow high. That's the reason for the penalty. Down on the play, Luke Judge, slow to get up. And Gianluca Travia, for the second time today, will head to the box. Stoppage with 15:49 to play. Judge lies on his back. The Drexel training staff out there to take a look at him. Derek Cruz, assistant coach, heading over to the penalty box to talk to Gianluca Travia, and I don't think they have any disagreement whatsoever with the call, at least from what I can tell. Gianluca Travia seeming to have more of an argument with his own coaching staff, at least a counterpoint, shall we say. Good to see Luke Judge get to his feet. And he will skate slowly back to his own bench. Still haven't put the penalty up on the scoreboard, whether that'll be a 2-minute minor, 5-minute major. Not a game misconduct, I don't believe, as number 15, Gianluca Travia, continues to sit in the penalty box. Right now, though, I only see, and there are the other two officials. They have a conversation with head coach Kyle Zoldi. They were hiding right below us here. Now they'll go to the scorer's box. And I think we'll get our answer in short order. 2 minutes for Travia is the call. Now the conversation persists with the Rhode Island bench. You see the 4 Drexel Dragons out there skating. It will be 5-on-4 for Rhode Island, but the 5 Rams over by their bench. Now we're about ready for action as Jake Salisbury into the face-off circle. It's the third, I believe the third power play for Rhode Island, if not the fourth, but I believe the third of the afternoon thus far. Rhode Island with control. Ferraro plays it back to the point. DeRocher plays it across. Caruso drops it down for Griffin Long. Daniel Caruso with it now over for Jacob DeRocher. Salisbury plays in front. Salisbury got it back on the backhand, and he's had a couple of those where if that puck came to his forehand, he would have a much better chance to get a look at it. Now it's carried forward by Urbani. Nathan Runk, will he attack the net here? He'll take it behind the net now and try to hold it up for as long as he can, putting that skate right against the puck, but it's very quickly jostled free. Played back for Salisbury. DeRocher as he skates back. Rhode Island taking their time, building forward. Now Ferraro played it through the legs of the defender and pulled away by Churchvara. And they have an opportunity here to Drexel. A lot of open ice. Here's McGinley, 2-on-2. Here's a shot, and there's a rebound there as it was initially deflected. Went off the backboards, and Churchvara with it now. He'll try to hold it up on the boards until it is, again, jostled free. This time it's Salisbury carrying it up the center of the ice. Salisbury holds on here, pulls it back. Feeds across the ice in between the circles, back up to the point. A shot deflected there. A rebound was fired up and wide, high and inside, if you will. Mike Costello over and into the slot. He thought about the shot. Now Ferraro back for Costello. One more for Salisbury. Shot, save, a big rebound. A shot there for number 2, William Du Bois. And that was well high and wide. Costello, shot came nearly all the way through, but it was stopped by Rhode Island. Ferraro couldn't get the shot on. 7 seconds left on the man advantage here for Rhode Island. And Drexel has done well again on this penalty kill. Too many times where they have been a man down, but as it was the case last night, in those instances, they've done very well to stymie any offensive opportunity. Now Tyler Black able to come free, poke it to the center, takes a big hit for his efforts. Now Rhode Island plays it right back in. Billy McNally comes to the top of the circle. Drops it below the goal line. Control there along with Kyle Weller defensively. One-timer came through and wide to the opposing point. Kept in wonderfully by Alex Lund. Now right in front, a big stick there from Connor Kurzenabe. McNally still with pressure. Has the puck near the dot. Brings it into the slot. Two defenders in the area. Tried to fly it to the far side. Couldn't get the shot on. Now another shot comes all the way through. Wick had the save and the rebound corralled by Drexel. That one flipped high off the boards. Eugene Lim, they're going to wave off icing. The goaltender out there to get it, whips it along the back boards. And an aggressive play by Daniel Da Silva to neutralize the speed of Eugene Lim. Rhode Island tries to chop it twice along the boards and does get it deep. First to it will be Nick Centaro. For the wraparound, Jeremy Wick up to task. He knew that that was the idea from Centaro. A word or two between Aaron Carmichael and Nick Centaro. But you see Wick, absolutely no problem with that one as the goaltender continues to have a tremendous game. .12 minutes, 39 seconds to play in the second period. It's Drexel 1, Rhode Island 1, live here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Bob Long here bringing you all the action. Tonight's game brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. Visit them at drexellebeau.com. There's a shot right through traffic, and again, Jeremy Wick up there for the save. Cameron Rancourt with the wrister from north of the circle. 12:35 now to play. Face off. Fighting for possession. And it will be Rhode Island with a shot. That one Wick didn't see through a ton of traffic, but it was high and wide. Nice hit into the boards. Urbani with good moves, and what a pass that was. Now up the ice, Jared Ortiz. That one will stay in the rink as that clipped the top part of the glass and stayed down. Possession here for Ortiz. Good move through by Urbani. Couldn't quite control the pass, but it's kept in by Ortiz. Wonderful job by the forward. Urbani with a shot. That one to the weak side. That one went through the legs of Cam Neely, and carrying it forward, number 19, Chris Mayer. Mayer in the area along with Weichelbaumer, popped out to the red line. Cam Neely chases after it, but first to it will be Jacob DeRocher. DeRocher with a full head of steam sends it across the ice. Cameron Rancourt across the red line and carries the line. And some big contact there. Mike Churchvara. Colin Harpel getting into it. Now Churchvara taken down right in front of the Drexel student section. They're none too thrilled. Churchvara and Harpel continue to jam away at one another. Kept in here at the point. Shot and blocked there by Ortiz. Have a man open. This is numbers here for Drexel. Urbani, it's 2-on-1. Urbani to the backhand. Tried to slide it 5-hole, and Da Silva was there. Big save by Daniel Da Silva to keep it 1-1. 11:01 to play in the second period. Nothing there. Good no call by the officials. Now Churchvara broke his stick, and the other way comes Ferraro. Kurzenabe in the area. Ferraro undresses him, but can't beat Wick. That was high and maybe wide. Back behind the net. Salisbury has control for Rhode Island. 10:38 to play. Flip back to the point. Shot, deflected in front and went wide. Right in front they come. Salisbury, and it was saved again made by Jeremy Wick. Drexel gets the clearance, and a nice job to avoid any type of icing. Bit of a long change here for Drexel, however. Only two guys to the box. I should say to the bench. As Schickling sends it across. Again possession here, waiting for a touch. Now Rhode Island gets it. Flip forward, and James Schickling will turn and spin it high. Brought down by a high stick. The touch by Rhode Island neutralizes that. And again in the neutral zone, flip forward here by Salisbury. Jonathan Alsford back behind the net. Alsfeld looking for help, shoots it across, and nobody was there at the opposing point. This will send Alex Lund all the way there. And back behind the play, Patrick McGinley getting into it with number 10, Jonathan Alsfeld. And this is something that's been coming for a while. Both of these guys should go to the box, no doubt about that. But tensions have been high in the second period here today. McGinley and Alsfeld will continue the conversation. The face-off out near center ice, just on the Drexel side of midfield, if you will. Face-off controlled by Rhode Island. Scoreless second period. Perhaps a 4-on-4 2-minute period might change that. Open ice here on both sides. This one dropped right in front. Zane Reynolds, what a save that was. Puck still loose. Jam away at it. Into the slot it comes. Urbani with patience. Now a shot through traffic. Save made there by De Silva. He was looking behind him. It's corralled in his pad somewhere, but he did not know where. .138 to play, second period, 9:28 to go in the period. I would say 1:38 to go in the 4-on-4 with 9:28 to go in this second period as this one's dropped back for Churchvara. Flipped up and out of the zone. Face-off to come. In the Drexel offensive zone here, Kyle Weller approaches the face-off circle. Nick Urbani into the slot. That shot just wide. Weller could not corral it on the bouncing puck. Rhode Island the other way. Patrick Kramer lost it up near the blue line. Everybody touches up for Rhode Island, so he'll carry it in. Chip it along the boards. Churchvara will get there first. Good work there, but Eugene Lim just didn't see the puck. He thought it was going to come in front of him, didn't have as much pace as he thought. Now turned over right in front. The moorings came loose, and we get a whistle. For as good as this Drexel team has been, the last 30 seconds defensively, not so good. Couple of bad turnovers bailed out there by the net coming off the moorings for one. But they left their goaltender out to dry. 8 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the period, 57 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Alsfeld and McGinley, the offsetting 2 minutes. This carried forward by Nick Urbani and intercepted by Griffin Long. Long pulls it back on a string. Pass well beyond the outstretched stick of number 5, Mike Costello. They wave off icing. Rhode Island starting to play a bit of a higher line as even another pass there was deflected initially by Ferraro. This will come right in on De Silva. He'll make the save and cover it up. Face-off coming in the Drexel offensive zone. Tyler Black controls off the face-off. Tried to send it in front. It was deflected there from William Du Bois. Kept in by Schickling. Backhand, and that one struck the referee. Pulled free. Zane Reynolds finds Black. A shot right on, and now 5-on-5 as Drexel tries to punch it in front, and Schickling couldn't get the backhand on net. Kramer pushes it forward. This one will come to Wick, and he'll keep it moving. Tyler Black takes a hit as he distributes back behind the net. Connor Kurzenabe waits for a commitment from Rhode Island and now pushes forward. This is James Schickling to the red line. He'll send it wide. Big bounce off the back boards and into the neutral zone on a backhand from Rhode Island. James Schickling takes a big hit. from number 11, Cam Edward. And Schickling looks hurt. Caruso lost his footing, and that caused the trip. Jeremy Wick with a save. Now comes right in front. Trouble here for Drexel. Big block there, I should say, by Drexel. They'll come back the other way. It's 3-on-2. Runk sends it right across. Goes to the backhand. Now sends it on net. And De Silva there with the save again. The emotions are high here on both sides. A few big hits delivered. Schickling got knocked over. Then he was getting ready to lay a hit. And a trip from the Rhode Island player. He ended up on his stomach, and that took down James Schickling with him. Then at the tail end of that one, Cam Edward getting into it with Nick Castura. 6:42 to play, second period. Castura, nice job to lift the stick of number 23, Cameron Rancourt. But now Rhode Island will move it into the neutral zone. Without possession, however, flips it high. Coming onto it, number 23, Cameron Rancourt, takes a nice hit into the boards from Nathan Runk. This shoveled along to the far side boards. Tipped up there by Castura. They'll wave off icing. De Silva with a touch in net. Rancourt turns the puck over. Castura drops it in front, and nobody in the center of the ice as it does come out of the zone. Churchvara back there to get it under 6 minutes to play. Second period, one apiece here from the class of 1923 arena. De Silva thought about it for a while there. Brought Eugene Lim back into the play. He's taken off the puck, however. Kind of gave up on that one, sensing the contact. Eugene Lim turns it the other way. Good pass intended for Aaron Carmichael. And he was crunched on the other end. Now a turnover. Wind and a fire high and wide from number 17, Kyle Weller. Weller in front again and couldn't get it to Eugene Lim. Nice job by number 5, Mike Costello, defensively to take him off the puck. And now that puck ended up in the Rhode Island bench. 5:24 to play, second period, one apiece. Bob Long here for the Drexel Hockey Network, your play-by-play guy for all Drexel D1 and D2 home games. Thanks for being with us here on a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Now looks and feels like hockey weather outside. Elise Staklinski with me on camera as well, doing a wonderful job. Appreciate her being here today as well. Good group of managers here for this Drexel hockey program that make this whole show go. Today it's Drexel LeBeau College of Business Day and Drexel Student Organization Day. A lot of different student organizations here. A big student section on the near side right below us. A really nice crowd at the home venue for the Dragons. Fight for the puck back behind the net. Kyle Weller in there. Rhode Island lost a stick. Eugene Lim goes through the legs. Nifty there as Nicholas Urbani will carry it forward. Urbani brings it right on. Goes to the backhand. Poked at there by De Silva, and the follow would not get to net. That was a key poke there from De Silva. Now we get a whistle. And the net had come off the moorings. That was the reason for the whistle. 4:37 to play, second period. The score remains 1-1. Face-off controlled there by Rhode Island, but back to the back boards. Cam Neely is in there on the forecheck, and he comes up with it. Neely wrapped around and couldn't get it on net. Went across the blue paint, but no real danger. Ortiz kept it in for the time being. Chris Hagan in there along with Neely on the forecheck. And Neely and Hagan in there. This is Hagan, I should say. Top of the circle, big shot there, deflected. Chopped deep there by Mike Churchvara. And Ortiz overskated it. The other way it comes on a good clearance by Du Bois. Bad pass there, but a giveaway. Salisbury winds, and that one was wide. Jeremy Wick had that post covered, but not much more. As Ortiz comes into the offensive zone, 1-on-2. shovels it to the near side boards, but Hagen was not there. Ortiz will get there first here, however, punching it deep for Hagen. Good move as he comes right on, jams at it with the backhand. Puck is still loose, and now De Silva will jump on top of it. The puck was loose underneath Christopher Hagen. Good work there to get a few jabs in on net, and then he ended up on top of the puck, and he was getting jabbed at as a result. But the stoppage will keep the faceoff in the offensive zone for Drexel. 3 minutes, 32 seconds to play in the second period. Ferraro out of the zone. No real numbers here for Rhode Island. And a nudge takes number 21 Griffin Long off the puck momentarily. Now it's sent around the boards. Drexel looking for a clearance, and they'll get it. Carried forward by McGinley, has Schickling and Zane Reynolds along with him. Here's Schickling. Schickling's shot just wide on the strong side. Back for Black. Black shot deflected right off his stick by Griffin Long, who got down and laid the body. Cam Edward pushes it forward, make that Jake Salisbury who pushed it forward, and Griffin Long takes a swing at Tyler Black. Intercepted there. This is DeRocher, and it's 3-on-2. Salisbury sent across, and they couldn't finish. Still right in front. Nobody there. Not a lot of numbers here for Schickling, but he'll go 1-on-2. Taken off the puck and takes down the defender, number 5, Mike Costello. Rhode Island with a change doesn't matter. Jeremy Wick makes the save on the short side. And we get a face-off in the Rhode Island offensive zone with 2:25 to play. The ice is open, the physicality is there, and we got ourselves one heck of a hockey game between two teams that really want to go out there and win this one. This is a proving point for rankings and things of that nature outside of the conference. Eugene Lim wins the race to that one, so forces the goaltender De Silva out. That would have been an icing if not for Lim winning the race. Now it's 2-on-1 the other way. Caruso takes the shot. It goes high. Might have been deflected by Wick on the way there. And the ice is wide open here. This time it's Carmichael. Tries to work his way by Costello. Weller back behind the net. It was sent in front. It pops right on, and Eugene Lim into the net. And now they fight away. Let's get one more look at this. I thought Eugene Lim got pushed in there. Cameron Rancourt did not agree, and now everybody's getting after it. Mike Churchvara and Mike Costello. The helmet's gone, and the helmet is sent halfway down the ice by number 20, Daniel Caruso. And there will be some fallout from this, but I must say, Rancourt, it looked like, started that because Eugene Lim was pushed into the goaltender, Daniel De Silva, and by one of the Rhode Island Rams. Rancourt didn't like it and went into the net, tossed the net aside, and started going after it with Eugene Lim. Then Churchvara, the captain, got into the mix as well with Mike Costello, that's been drawing the ire of multiple Dragons over the course of the day, and that's where we are right now. So a lot of sorting out to do. These officials will go to both benches. So you see the conversation there with the goaltender and the linesman. Daniel De Silva certainly took a big hit there in his own net, and I can understand why Rancourt doesn't like it. However, perhaps the play there is just to separate it rather than attack the guy that got pushed into the goaltender by a teammate of yours. Now the captains at center ice are conversing with the officials. Mike Churchvara, oddly enough, one of the 4 or 5 guys that were directly involved in what essentially almost boiled over to fisticuffs. Now Churchvara comes to the bench and discusses with Kyle Zoldi. Salisbury goes to his bench and has the same conversation. Cameron Rancourt goes to the penalty box. I can't speak of much, but that seems fair. Costello goes to the box as well. I would anticipate that Mike Churchvara will follow. Right now, nobody in the box for Drexel. Rancourt is listed on the scoreboard. Costello still is not. That should go up shortly. There's still 5 Drexel Dragons on the ice. And you can generally get a sense for which team is going to get more of a penalty or which way the team will benefit as to which bench the official goes to first. In this case, the official never went to the Drexel bench. Now they'll come over and maybe have a quick conversation. But normally you'll see the shorter conversation first, then the longer conversation second. Let's get a look here at Kyle Zoldi interacting with the official. Derek Cruz gets a few words in there as well. Still nobody in the box for Drexel as it stands. I would anticipate Mike Churchvara is about to make that trek. I suppose not. So it is 5-on-4. So 2 men in the box there for Rhode Island, it would appear, but only 1 man off the ice, only 1 man advantage for Drexel. Eugene Lim, who really catalyzed this whole thing, along the near side, along with Jamie Crane. Chop tie kept in there by Carmichael. He took a hit and stayed on the puck. That's good strength. Play deep for Schickling, and Drexel will set up. Here's Eugene Lim. A one-timer into the catching pad area of the goaltender, Daniel De Silva. .122 to play, second period, still 1-1. This power play, without a goal, of course, will extend into the third period to the tune of 6 seconds. Aaron Carmichael takes the face-off for Drexel. Caruso there for Rhode Island. It's won by the Dragons. Jamie Crane. Now Eugene Lim's deflected shot comes to the front of the net and back to the point. Churchvara shot through traffic. It's loose in front, and McNally does get the clearance. Eugene Lim will get there before Daniel Caruso. 1 minute to play here in the second period as Lim loses the puck. It's popped up in the air and kept there by Churchvara, but only for a second, and that one drilled the linesman. He is slow to get up as Churchvara comes the other way. This time it is cleared all the way down by Rhode Island. Schickling back there to get it. He'll leave the puck alone for Mike Churchvara, who comes onto it now. Long pass, that was dangerous there from Carmichael, and does lead to another clearance. Not a high percentage pass. 15 seconds left in the period, and Drexel really has not had much going for them here on this man advantage. Can they get one more opportunity? 8 seconds left in the period. Here is Urbani with a shot, and De Silva eliminates any rebound. There's 3.5 seconds left in the period, and again, Rhode Island, I get protecting your guy, but there was no contact there, and I think they're taking any opportunity to lay a bit of lumber. .5 chance to win a face-off and get a shot. No doubt about that. But not there, as that will end the period. Nice face-off win at the end by Rhode Island, eliminating any last chance scoring opportunities. They have killed off 1 minute and 54 seconds worth of a 5-on-4. Heading into the third period, they did so excellently Rhode Island really stymied any offensive opportunities whatsoever for Drexel. So a lot to think about heading into this third period. Both teams going at it. It has been a great game of hockey thus far. This one feels like it's coming down to the wire. The teams go to the dressing rooms now to devise an additional scheme and get the legs ready for the third. The final 20 coming your way in just a few minutes. Again, you're watching the Drexel Hockey Network here. Bob Long play-by-play, Elise Staklinski on camera, and we'll be right back. Let's hear from the head man in charge of the Drexel Dragons, Kyle Zoldi.
With head coach Kyle Zoldi on the Drexel Hockey Network. Kyle, another great season last year all the way to the national tournament and one heck of a fight against Oklahoma in that first game. Tell me about 2019-2020, what the expectations are, and what you guys learned from last year's campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly proud of the effort last year. You know, we fell 1 goal short of our 1 goal, which is a little ironic. You know, we're still searching for that first national tournament win. But, you know, couldn't be prouder of the effort and just the never quit mentality that you guys, you know, anybody who watched that game saw in the third period. So certainly proud of that. And I think, you know, heading into this year, expectations are right kind of where we left off, you know, pick up where we left off. The preseason rankings just came out, so we're ranked number 23rd in the country to start, which is another program best. And, you know, I think we're excited about some of the prospects we have coming in. Certainly lose some key pieces in some of our senior leadership from last year, but I think we have a young core that's ready to assume the responsibilities and, again, you know, win our conference is our first goal and get another shot at a national tournament victory. So.
These interviews, Kyle, will be seen amongst other places during Drexel Hockey Network broadcasts. And
yes, sir.
They're going to be seeing some brand new digs for you guys.
Yeah.
Class of 1923 Arena.
Absolutely.
Walk us through the process throughout the summer, where you expect that to be by game one, and then more so what folks are going to see on a game-by-game basis at the new digs for Drexel Hockey.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. It's been a little bit of a headache over the offseason, just having to, you know, move out of our home rink and get all of the equipment and everything that we've kind of built into our locker room area there out so they could get these renovations done for us. But in the end, it's going to be great. They've replaced all the roofing, brand new lighting. It's supposed to be up to the NCAA standards, so that should be good for you from a streaming perspective. It's going to look really good for the viewers at home. All new boards, all new glass, new sound system. So yeah, we're really excited. I think it's going to be a really great you know, viewing experience from streaming wise, and then, you know, obviously coming to the games and seeing it live, it's going to be a good atmosphere for sure.
So for somebody that might be watching this right now, game one, game two, some of the early games, and think I really want to get myself over there and see these guys in person, what would you say to a Drexel student or just generally folks in Philadelphia that want to get involved with this program?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we try to have a pretty strong social media following and, you know, do our best to showcase and, you know, present the team on there. So we certainly have all the schedules posted on there for folks to figure out what day time works best for them. You know, it's typically Saturday nights are our home game slots. So if you're looking for something to do, 7:30 on a Saturday for our students, it's right on campus. And we have, you know, now 60 plus players in the program. So I think, you know, just from friends and family of them, the word's starting to spread amongst campus and, to your point, in the Philadelphia community as well. So,
always difficult to replace captains in a senior class. You guys had a special one last year,
Absolutely.
Most winning class in the history of the program. Now you're going to engender a whole new group of seniors that are going to be the veterans and leaders on this team.
Absolutely.
What would you say to them heading into this year?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you can't replace guys, especially your leaders, what they do just from an intangible perspective, the leadership they bring, the maturity they bring, showing guys the right way to do things on and off the ice. But I think that they have done such a good job of, you know, presenting what we expect to our younger guys in the past that, you know, Mike Churchavara, Pat McGinley, Jamie Crane, which will be our leadership core for this year, have seen the right way to do things and are ready to assume that responsibility and kind of pick up right where we left off. So, you know, that notion of working hard, respecting your teammates, respecting each other, that's instilled in everybody that we bring in, and they're ready to continue to showcase that, I think.
So Kyle Zoldi here, the head coach of Drexel Hockey. You see him behind the bench, dressed up all nice with the suit and tie.
It's a nice shirt you got there, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
swagged out here with the UIH material.
Yes,
but
sir.
Folks may not know a lot about Kyle Zoldi besides what they see behind the bench. So in your own words, your journey to this point as the head coach obviously comes from your playing days at Drexel, but how does Kyle Zoldi find himself as the head coach behind the bench right now?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fell into my lap coming out of the playing days at Drexel, as you alluded to. I was ready to kind of step away from the game after playing, and it just so happened at the time that our head coach had taken another opportunity down in the Virginia area, so the head coach role was open. The school asked me to kind of come in and interview for it, and was offered the position. That was back in 2013, 14, and here we are 7 years later, kind of running with it. And along the way, we've had some really good assistant coaches come through, many of which have stayed, and we've been able to build the staff to extend into the Division II program as well. We have a really strong presence of alumni that have come back and wanting to devote their time to coaching and continuing to grow the program, which I just think speaks volumes, right? That they want to come back and give back after their playing days are up as well. So yeah, 7 years later, here we are. Program's at its peak right now, but still hungry for that next level, I think.
All right, so let's get to some fun ones here.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many of these you can answer, but let's start with, if you had to pick one guy who's the funniest guy on this hockey team, who would it be and why?
I think Josh Sklar has a very big personality. He's always somebody who, whether it's an outrageous suit to a home game or, experimenting with the facial hair, he always has something to keep the boys laughing and entertained. And I think the coaches get a kick out of it as well. So he's got quite the personality on him.
The messiest player on the team on road trips and wherever that may take you.
The messiest player on road trips. I don't know about that one, to be honest. We ride the guys pretty hard on cleaning up after themselves, so I think I'm proud to say that I can't pick a name out for that one, Bob.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
Whether that's true or not, or if he's just deflecting
exactly.
the question, we'll let the viewers decide.
Exactly.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, don't want to take too much of your time,
No, I
but
appreciate
appreciate you coming on and giving some insight on the program, and we're looking forward to another great year with Drexel Hockey Network.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Bob.
And it's intermission here for the Drexel Hockey Network broadcast of Drexel Hockey from the class of 1923 arena. We have D1 coach Dylan Dignan with us here. And Dylan, you made an interesting transition this year from the D2 team up to the D1 team.
Yeah.
What's that been like? And if you could break down some of the differences between D1 and D2, I think you're in a unique position to explore that.
Yeah, so far, just from a time commitment, last year for D2, we had one practice a week, 2 games a week mostly. So now we're ratcheting that up with D1, goes to 3 practices a week, 2 games a week. Seems like the competition is also, spread out a little bit more, so there'll be more travel and all that kind of stuff. So just off the bat, more time at the rink, which is always good. Spending all my weekends and stuff at the rink, no place I'd rather be. And then just from a depth perspective, for D2, we had a lot of young guys. Leadership had to have come from a lot of the coaches, trying to gather some of these younger players. Some people stepped up, but for the D1 team, we have returners. We have people who know the system. We already can go through and just hit the ground running, whereas with D2, we were really trying to build a culture last year as it is our first year. So a lot of differences, but I'm very excited to make the transition. Already enjoying it, so having my own opinions about different things.
So if you could, based on what's PC and on camera, the differences between Justin and Kyle thus far from what you've seen.
The differences between Justin and Kyle, just the way, first off, how we run the practices is different. With Justin, we, especially like I mentioned, having less experience, going through more of the systems and trying to go through that step by step. Whereas with Kyle, we're going high compete, high speed, and in between drills and things like that. So how we're running practices, and you can tell that Kyle has been doing this for a while. Justin stepped in as a head coach last year, I believe, at the college level for the first time. So just more experience and more about handling things. I really look to him as a mentor, someone who's been around the block. If I have questions, I go to him. So it's been good. It's great to be able to lean on both of them at this point.
So if you could, the D1 team this year has a lot of talent, a lot of experience.
Yep.
Any of the D2 guys that we're going to be looking for to compete and contribute at the D1 level, guys that you coach that you can kind of guide and roll with up to the D1 level?
Yeah, so we're hoping, that's part of the goal is having both of these teams is that we can do that. Recruiting from outside is great, but if we can build stuff from within, that's definitely good. There's one player in particular that we're looking to make an impact at forward this year, and that's Zane Reynolds. Huge player for us last year on D2, someone we could always rely on to score, to be in the right play or right positions, make the right plays. We're thinking that he's going to be able to slot in perfectly within D1, and that's something that we need to build around, right? We had, most wins of any Drexel hockey program last year with the D1 team, and we got to nationals. We're so close to getting that win. We need these type of pieces, and I think he's going to be able to contribute and fill in a role really easily.
So what was your journey to get here, coaching with D2 last year in year one of the program? But if you could break down your hockey career leading into this point, and then how you ended up joining the program now.
Yeah. So I went from the area, grew up in Delaware, came to Drexel after I played a little bit of junior hockey for Little Flyers. Came to Drexel just because I found it online. My uncle had gone here, and I was like, okay, and I knew I could play hockey, so kind of fell into that randomly, played all 5 years, and then ended up moving away from the area for a few years. I moved back last year, and I was asked from David Hanaway, who's an assistant coach on D2, if I could help step in and just be on the ice and move some pucks for practice. And then a week or two goes by, and I'm the only one at practice kind of helping run all the drills. Kind of got thrown into the fire a bit there, but I loved every single second of it. As soon as I got back into it, I knew I wanted to stick around, and even if they asked me to leave, I'd make my way back. So it's been really great. I love working with all the kids, and if you just feel like you're back in that player atmosphere a little bit too, but you also get to see them grow, which is something that I didn't realize that I would actually enjoy. But it's amazing to see, what work you put in, what work the kids put in, and how that transition is something. It's a great feeling. So.
Well, we appreciate your contributions to the program. Excited to see you behind the bench for D1 games this year. Dylan Dignan, assistant coach for the D1 team. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Bob.
Lucas Freeman with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Lucas, thank you very much for your time, and we're excited to have you on the telecast.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So D2 hockey this year, there's a lot of buzz around this team, a lot of talent, a lot of depth. A new conference. So walk us through everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is going into our second year. Obviously, last year was our inaugural season, and I think it was a great season for the team. It was really, we didn't know what to expect going into the year. Obviously, a completely brand new team for us, and we got our 20-win season for the year, which was great. We were able to win the DVCHC, which was a huge step for us and definitely a goal we had last year. But this year, moving on to bigger and better things, we move into the Mach, which is one of the top Division II conferences in the entire country. So we're really excited about that. Get to play teams like Penn State and Liberty, Stevenson and Maryland, a couple other schools as well. So we're really excited for the year that we have ahead of us. I think, we have a full schedule this year, almost 30 games, and we're really looking to go into battle in each of those games this year and putting our best product on the ice.
What's it like to play for Justin and Mike and some of those other coaches?
Yeah, I think it's great for us. Some of them where Justin was away from the program coaching-wise for a couple of years. He was the general manager of the D1 team, and now he's come back, and he's brought Mike and Dave along with him, Gino as well, and they're all alumni of the program, so they're all deeply tied to Drexel Ice Hockey. I think they did a great job last year, like I said, in the inaugural season, and I think we're all looking forward to this year. I think, they're really good at getting the best out of all of us, making sure that, sometimes we might not be the most skilled team, but we're going to work the hardest and we're going to give our best foot forward every single game. So I think, they did a really great job last year, and we're all just looking to move forward this year.
And I'd push back on the skilled part as well. I had the opportunity to watch you guys last year, and it was quite impressive. I'm looking forward to broadcasting more of your games this year as well. Simple question, how do you get this much talent onto a campus so that you can fill two rosters the way you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I've got to see the progression of Drexel Ice Hockey, not only being a player, but now going into my 4th year as president of this organization, and also being a senior. This is my 5th year with the program. I think when we started, we had 30 guys come out to tryouts, and we had our one team of 30 guys, and now, this year we're up to 60 guys and 2 full teams. I think that it really shows how much the program has grown in such a short amount of time, how high of a level of quality we put out on the ice day in and day out for both teams now. And that's both for Drexel University and for our program as well. I think our program has come a long way, both on and off the ice. And I think, it's a great culture to be a part of. I think we really do preach the family, and everyone's part of it. No matter what team you're on, you're a part of the Drexel hockey family. And I think that's just been very attractive to recruits coming in, and people get to come to our rink. Class of 23 will be brand new this year, but people love playing in that arena, love being in the city atmosphere. And so I think Drexel has just become a draw, and we just hope to keep getting bigger and bigger, and hopefully one day, become one of the premier places to play college hockey, certainly in Philadelphia, but around the country as well.
Well, I think you guys have a great opportunity here, and I've said this since I stepped in here last year, is that this is an affordable, family-friendly, but incredibly entertaining and high level of hockey being played right within Philadelphia. And I think you guys have a great opportunity. I look forward to being a part of it as you guys continue to grow. That this is something to do in Philadelphia if you're a hockey fan, and you guys bring it every single evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Philadelphia is a hockey town. I think everyone loves the Flyers in the town, and it's a sports town in general. And so, I think for a while there was no college hockey team really in the city that could draw the crowds. And I think, us at Drexel have stepped up into that role as being kind of the college hockey team for the city. And we just look to hopefully grow our brand not only around campus, but around the city as well, and around the surrounding areas. Getting to walk around wearing your Drexel hockey gear. You can walk around the city now, walk around the surrounding areas when I go home to my local rinks, and people recognize us now. And I think, obviously broadcasting the games helps us out as well, but Twitter and Instagram and everything that we do, I think we just look to keep growing our brand for both teams and hopefully for the program in general.
So what's your goal then for D2 this year?
Our goal is to go into every game, like we're going to win each game and take it one step at a time. Like I said, last year was our inaugural season. We didn't really know what to expect. We were able to come out with the championship last year, and obviously that was huge for the program. And so this year, I think we all know that we can bring it, and we're a highly competitive team that can play up in with some of the top teams in the Division II conference. And so I think this year we just want to take that next step and bring our effort to the rink every single day and put our best foot forward with every team that we play this year.
Well, best of luck. We'll be watching. We'll be broadcasting a lot of the D2 games as well, so excited to be doing that, and we wish you the best.
Thank you. Look forward to the year.
Thank you.
Welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena here in Philadelphia, Drexel University Hockey's home. The third period coming up in just a minute here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Bob Long on play-by-play. So excited to be here. And, of course, all our games here on the Drexel Hockey Network brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industry. Learn more at drexellebeau.com. Drexel back out there on the ice. Rhode Island skating around as well, about ready for action here in the third period. Drexel will have 6 seconds of a man advantage to begin this period. Very quickly, Rhode Island will be back to full strength. It got chippy there in the second period on both sides, and I would expect more of the same. These teams playing 2 games in a row, all within the span of 24 hours. Last night's game started at 7:40. This one should wrap up well before then, and You'll have 120 minutes of hockey in the books between two teams that are very good, have seen each other quite often, and as a result, a little bit of chippiness on both sides. Last year, Drexel went up to Rhode Island. This year, Rhode Island comes down here to Philadelphia. They've had a fight every step of the way. But one thing they have not done is led. They got it down to 5-4 yesterday, but never were able to come all the way back. Here it was Drexel with the first goal. Rhode Island countered. Rhode Island trying to take the first lead and then the last lead as Jeremy Wick has to make a save early on. A bouncing puck came right on net, and that is how we begin the third period. A nice crowd here in the class of 1923 arena, primarily on this side. Lots of student organizations are here. There is a good student section building. A deflecting puck that went inches wide of the far side post off the deflection from Jake Salisbury. And now a shot was deflected up and into the netting. Nick Urbani got his skates in the way. I would also anticipate quite the crowd next Saturday evening, and that is the game that everybody waits for all year in this Drexel program. The Cold Steel Classic, when the Naval Academy comes into town. And Drexel gets a clearance here, and they build up the ice. 2-on-2. Carmichael, shot wide. Weller in the area. And Churchvara pinches, takes the shot, and it was blockered wide there by the goaltender, De Silva. Up to the red line, sent in, but carried now forward by Salisbury. It's 3-on-3. Salisbury will bring it right on. Tough angle, it bounces, and just to the back wall. That was dangerous. Now a shot from the point, long and wide there from Nick Centaro. Popped high in the air, and it will go out of play. And now some extracurriculars. Number 21, Griffin Long, doesn't take too kindly to Nick Urbani, and they talk about it on their way back to their respective benches. 18:59 to play, third period. We're tied at 1. Goal scorer on the game, Kyle Weller. Good move there by Ortiz to jump over the defender Du Bois, who laid himself down on the ice, put himself in a very precarious spot, and Drexel keeps it in the zone. Hagan, that pass came a little quick to his stick, couldn't control it, but now Ortiz with it, and a slash will send Rhode Island to the penalty box. It's Du Bois and Ortiz again, and Ortiz got the best of Du Bois both times on that possession. There's the clear penalty, and screams of "you can't do that" in unison from the Drexel student section. Drexel has not been good on the power play thus far tonight. They've given up a lot of man advantage opportunities and have been great in killing those penalties. But let's see if Drexel can figure it out here offensively. Aaron Carmichael, Jamie Crane, and James Schickling out there offensively. Eugene Lim and Mike Churchvara out there on the backside for special teams as well. Here's Lim with it across the red line. He'll carry it all the way in. Shot by Lim. That took the stick right out of the hands of the goaltender Silva. And now it's handed back to him by his teammate Barocher. Can Drexel get another look here? From the top of the circle, it's Aaron Carmichael. A cross-check to the back wasn't called. Actually, yes, it is called. As Jeremy Wick comes in, here's a rebound. The net came off its moorings, and they jam away at one another. Lim is drawing the ire of Rhode Island, but Drexel's going to be in a great spot. With that whistle, it'll be 5-on-3 to the favor of Drexel. A follow there after it careened hard off the backboards on that shot from the point. Went off the side of the post. That was before the net came off its moorings. Nearly a power play goal that would have also given Drexel another power play. But nonetheless, Drexel will have to settle for 5-on-3 for the next minute 26. Same line out there. And Drexel wins the faceoff. Churchvara over for Lim. Weller with it. Sent right across. And now Carmichael keeps it moving. And again, the net came off the moorings. There was a game here earlier in the year. Hammerlick, I believe the goaltender's name from William Patterson was, and the net must have come off the mooring 6 or 7 times. And it got to the point where there was some frustration on the Drexel side. Churchvara steps up. Let's go Drexel is the chant from the student section. Carmichael to the top of the circle, switches places with Lim. A shot was blocked. Carmichael follows up, and I think the puck is in. Yes, it was, in number 4, Nick Centaro's sweater. So we get another stoppage in what has turned into a choppy power play effort by no fault of Drexel's own, but a couple of nets off the moorings. That time a puck just getting stuck in the defender, and Drexel has to regroup, win another faceoff here with 50 seconds left on the man advantage. And they do win that faceoff. Churchvara, top of the circle, winds and hits a slapper. The rebound off the side netting, still right in front, jamming away. And it's going to be a clearance. No, it's kept in by Drexel. Wonderfully done there by Lim. Now he'll take a slap shot. That one saved without a rebound. Weller had a great chance. Yes, the angle was starting to be cut down, sure. But that was a great chance off the rebound there. And could have very easily been a goal. 34 seconds left, and again Drexel wins the faceoff. Carmichael back for Churchvara. He'll take the shot, big save. One more time, sent to the backside, and a stick in the way, just at the right time and sent all the way down. Chris Mayer, what a play defensively as he races to the bench for Rhode Island. 12 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Still another 40 of 5 on what will be 5-on-4. And that will expire the first of the 2-minute minors. 5-on-4 for the next 31 seconds. Churchvara to the red line. Now he'll backhand it, and he'll go to the bench after a long shift. Disappointment there for sure, as Drexel had multiple opportunities to take a 2-1 lead. Carmichael still out there working hard. But it is cleared all the way down by Rhode Island, down to 13 seconds left. Now to 8. Christopher Hagan, one more chance to build. It's given away. 2 seconds down to 1, and it's 5-on-5. What a win there for Rhode Island. Certainly momentum shifting as it's back to 5-on-5. Du Bois back behind the net. And here comes Rhode Island the other way. No icing there as it's sent down by Daniel Caruso. Turnover sent right in front. In between the circles, a wind and a fire by Salisbury. Great screen in front, but the shot was just offline. Drexel will be able to control. Here's Jamie Crane across the red line, gains the zone. Sends it deep as the rest of the Drexel Dragons get a change. Shoulders a hit, but did the job needed to get new bodies on the ice comfortably for Drexel. Kurzenabe with a key touch of the puck there. Sent in by Rhode Island, but controlled by the Dragons. Not a good pass there from Tyler Black. Fortunate that Castor was coming off the bench. Now Kurzenabe there, touched by Tyler Black, but again, not great communication between those two in the last 15 or so seconds. Wick has to come out to get that one. Calmly will steer it towards Tyler Black. This one given away. There's a shot, a deflection in front, saved by Wick. On the near side, they fight for it. Turning with it now is Castura. He has been good, but that time gives it away, and there's been a few in a row here by Drexel giving it away in tough spots. Now Salisbury sends it deep. Tyler Black has the puck now, dropped behind well for Kurzenabe, and there's a lot of ice for him to work with. Banks it off the boards. Ortiz carries the puck, and he'll gain the zone. Shot by Ortiz, save made there by De Silva, and no rebound. De Silva only playing his 6th game of the year. Counter that with John Ketzenberger, who we saw yesterday for Rhode Island. He started his 21st game in net in a 5-4 loss. De Silva, 4.82 goals against and an 887 save percentage as opposed to 2.66 for Ketzenberger and a 916 save percentage. But he's made his share of saves, 24 saves on 25 shots. Goes up high there, but that shot was high of the net all the way. A pinch by Urbani, a nice decision to do so, and now we get a hand pass. 13 minutes, 56 seconds to play here in the third period. We haven't had a goal since the first period. A goal by Kyle Weller on the back door. A brilliant counterattack on an odd man rush. Aaron Carmichael, great pass across. Urbani had a touch towards the net. De Silva made one great save, but Weller was wide open on the backside. Actually very similar to the opportunity and chance he had just a few minutes ago. Long shot saved there by De Silva. Might have caught him off guard just the least bit. Churchvara from about center ice. And the faceoff to come in the Drexel offensive zone. The goal for Rhode Island was scored about 5 minutes later. It was an own goal against Drexel. A deflected shot popped high in the air. Wyeth Cool came to get it, tried to bring it down with his glove. But unfortunately, he changed the direction, didn't control the puck. It ended up in between Jeremy Wick's legs for a goal, an own goal against the Drexel Dragons. Aaron Carmichael with possession. No numbers here. It's 2-on-3, but gets by one defender. Good move there by Carmichael. Tried to get it back for Urbani, but cannot. Still has possession, though. Eugene Lim toys with the defender as he brings it back towards the slot. And now in front, Kyle Weller could not get the puck back. Caruso up to the line, kept in there by Churchvara and shoveled deep. Cam Edward is back there for Rhode Island. Carmichael there for Drexel, right in front. Lim tries to keep it alive and does. But now this is going to be an opportunity. 2-on-1 for Rhode Island. Alsfeld, nice job by Mike Churchvara. He laid down the body, and now the other way, it's 2-on-1. And Carmichael didn't get a lot on that one, and it'll allow Rhode Island to get a cover-up. 12:44 to play. What a defensive play by Mike Churchvara. Anticipated the pass coming across the ice and just took the first foot of ice, 6 inches of ice, off the ground, just completely out of the equation by laying the body down and getting the block at the key moment. Drexel wins the faceoff. Here's Wyeth Cool. Cool with a shot through traffic and hit the pipe. Now a follow. That one comes right on, and it's saved by De Silva. No rebound. That's after Wyeth Cool's hit the pipe, and there's De Silva. Boy, he did not have the near side post covered. I don't think he saw that follow shot coming in right away, and he was fortunate that his body was in the right position. Play's getting loud here. One of the best student sections we've seen here for this Drexel hockey team in our time doing the games. And again, as mentioned, expect the same type of atmosphere next Saturday as well as they take on the Naval Academy, and that is Drexel's biggest rival. A long shot was not on net. Wyeth Cool, good work on the puck. Plays that forward, and a cross-ice pass gets it out of the zone, but beyond the stick of Cam Neely. Nick Centaro turns on the puck, rips it off the boards. He goes hard into the glass as he lost an edge. Touching up there is Neely, a long shot all the way down. And that should be icing, should it not? And indeed it is. A late whistle. Dylan Weisselbaumer went down on the play as well. He was looking back to the officials for a trip, but no call came. Head coach for Rhode Island arguing that Cam Neely took down Nick Centaro, and that's simply not the case. Centaro lost an edge and went into the boards himself as Cam Neely came in after the fact. 11 minutes, 48 seconds to play, third period, all tied at 1, a long shot, big rebound in front, and it's whisked away by the goaltender, Daniel De Silva. Two Dragons in there on the forecheck. There's a shot. That one popped high in the air off the save from De Silva. Urbani did pinch, as does Zane Reynolds. Drexel, good offensive pressure. Here's Patrick McGinley. He'll play it back to the point. Across for Urbani, who's able to shovel it forward off the boards. Could not keep it in. He takes a big hit in front of the Drexel bench. And here's 2-on-1. Rhode Island with a one-time shot. They score! It's Billy McNally off the assist from Dylan Weichelbaumer. Beats Jeremy Wick on the far side. And Rhode Island on the odd man rush cashes in and takes a 2-1 lead. The first lead of the weekend for Rhode Island. It came off the heels of tremendous pressure there by Drexel. Now Drexel, a little bit of adversity here. Have to find a way to get a goal themselves. Under 11 minutes to play in the third period. Another shot comes right across the blue paint, but never really had a chance. Now another shot deflected right off the shot by Mike Churchvara. Flipped high in the air. This will find its way out of the zone. Du Bois tries to send it back, but Caruso had to wait to touch up. Nick Urbani has the puck, and a penalty is going to be called against Urbani. And a high stick that you see right at the beginning of that replay that we just showed. Urbani doesn't like the call. But again, Drexel a man down, and Rhode Island a real chance to take control of this game. Faceoff comes in the Rhode Island offensive zone. Jake Salisbury skating around the circle. Doesn't look like he's actually going to be the one to take it, however. It's Griffin Long against Cam Neely. Won by Long. There's a shot saved there by Jeremy Wick into his catching glove. 10:31 to play. Third period. Just 5 seconds into the 2-minute minor against Nick Urbani. Caruso sent it across. Boy, that was an imperative stick from Cam Neely. Now he'll chase it down as Centaro turns on it. Kurzenabe got a stick on it. Up the ice, Long, couldn't control it. Sent to center ice there. Drexel looking for control. That'll pop high and stay in the rink. Kept in the zone, and a penalty be called against Rhode Island. So that'll even the score as Centaro less than pleased, his palms to the sky, but he will go to the penalty box. He took down Connor Kurzenabe, and they continued to discuss on Kurzenabe's way to the bench, Centaro's way to the box. So a minute 27 of 4-on-4 hockey, and that's the type of break that Drexel's looking for here. The 4-on-4 open ice, I think, does favor Drexel here. They've had 8 more shots on net, certainly more offensive prowess and offensive zone possession. Churchvara, nice pass across, right in front they come, and a key stick in the way there by the defense for Rhode Island. Now the rebound and score! Drexel ties it up. Aaron Carmichael puts the goal in. He assisted on the first, a goal here on the second, and with 9:53 to play, it's 2-2. Kyle Weller in there on the assist as well. He was the one that fired it low on net. The big rebound. Carmichael did not miss from there. Two apiece and still a minute and 12 worth of 4-on-4 hockey. We talked about, hey, who's the 4-on-4 and the additional open ice going to favor? Well, thus far, it's certainly been Drexel. Can they tee on one more? Or can Rhode Island finish with a counter as they get a turnover right in front? Going to the backhand, could not get the shot off. Tyler Black strong on that puck. Over for Aaron Carmichael, who will pull it deep. Churchvara will skate onto the puck. Now it's essentially a 3-on-3 as two men are down behind the play, and that's going to be an icing, and that's a big-time unforced error there by Drexel. Tyler Black was back there along with number 16 for Rhode Island, Colin Hartwell. And they were both completely out of the play. You essentially had possession with your best skater and best stick handler out of your defensive side, like Churchvara, and instead an opposite zone faceoff. And a faceoff won by Rhode Island. DeRocher tries to find a seam. Costello played it across, and now possession for Drexel. Aaron Carmichael goes 1-on-2. He lost the puck, and Griffin Long will come up with it. He's at the end of a shift. Carmichael races to the bench, but a tremendous shift it was for Carmichael. Good move by Griffin Long. Takes the shot. It was wide there. Went a little bit high of the crossbar as well. Salisbury has the puck. Takes a shot from an off angle. I think Wick got a piece of that one as DeRocher has it now at the point. 5-on-4 for Drexel for the next 29 seconds as the first of the 2-minute minors come out of the box. Now down to 23 seconds. Urbani will carry. Can they get a goal here? Crane, good move. He'll gain the zone along with Zane Reynolds. Has McGinley in the center of the ice. Goes for McGinley, and it was just wide on the one-timer. Across it comes. They follow and score! Patrick McGinley! What a pass by Chris Hagan. Put it on the tape. The first one was saved by De Silva, but the second one in the net. Patrick McGinley gives Drexel a 3-2 lead. A power play goal for the Dragons. And the last 2 minutes have been kind. A 4-on-4 goal and a 5-on-4 goal for this Dragons team to turn a 2-1 deficit into a 3-2 lead. Eight minutes, 8 seconds to play. This building is loud right now. Big hit there, takes down Zane Reynolds. That was clean. Centauro has laid the lumber multiple times. Kept in the zone there by McGinley and then gave it away. Kept in there again, though, by Cam Neely. James Schickling back behind the net. And it's given away. This is an odd man rush here, though. Jared Ortiz just came onto the ice to even the score. Right in front. Boy, that could have been and probably should have been a goal as Ferraro couldn't finish. What a great pass that was to the weak side. One more, a block by Ortiz. Keeps it out of trouble for the time being. Ortiz back behind the net, shoved into the boards by Centauro. And coming free with it is Nick Urbani. Urbani gains the red line, keeps carrying forward, and then loses it. Rancourt sends it across the ice for Jake Salisbury, who takes a nice hit there from Christopher Hagan. Kurzenabe has it now defensively and will spin it back behind the net. Drexel with patience, under 7 minutes to play in the hockey game, a 3-2 lead. Kurzenabe's pass overskates the stick there of Eugene Lim. Back the other way, Black. Unable to clear. Dished back behind the net. Rancourt's in the area along with Caruso as that one pops high into the netting. And we'll get a face-off with 6 minutes and 36 seconds to play. Some good hockey going on here this weekend, the class of 1923 arena. If you've watched both games, thanks for doing so. And if you haven't been down here, find your way down here. Next Saturday evening, a 7:40 puck drop against the Naval Academy. This D1 team playing tremendous hockey. And a big-time save there by Jeremy Wick through a lot of traffic. And another look as Wick comes up with the save. Spun deep by Rhode Island. Connor Kurzenabe in there for Drexel. Able to get it out to the point, but not out of the zone. Du Bois takes a shot. It was deflecting wide until it was stopped there by Drexel and sent down the ice. And that should wave off the icing, shouldn't it? My goodness, DeRocher just stopped skating. Perhaps it was going to be icing anyway, but a little disingenuous that time from the defenseman by Rhode Island. He stopped skating, looked at the linesman. The linesman had his hand pointed as to say it was going to be icing, and then meandered his way back towards the goal line. Big block there. Eugene Lim gets on the ice to send it into the neutral zone. Now comes back onto the puck. Everybody touches up. Dropped off for Aaron Carmichael. And a penalty is coming up. There's the touch by Rhode Island. It's going to go against Mike Costello. And Drexel back on the man advantage with 5:47 to play in the third. Face-off will come in the Drexel offensive zone. Face-off controlled here by Rhode Island. .147 to play on the man advantage for Drexel. Turnover here, and now Hagen does a nice job to send it all the way down. Along the far side, McGinley keeps it in. Urbani. They send it deep, avoiding the stick of Reynolds, but Hagen has it in the control out the slot. It will find its way over to Weller. Shot through traffic, rebound right in front. Reynolds plays it back for Weller. A goal and an assist today for him. Hagen, one-timer and a blocker save there. Reynolds didn't get everything on that, but that was headed for the back of the net, and a nice reaction by De Silva. What a pass there. Couldn't handle it though. Weller over for Urbani. Hagen passes again across the ice. Weller has it. He'll shovel it deep. Reynolds in the area, takes a hit. And Rhode Island will get the clearance that they need. 48 seconds left on the power play for Drexel. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the hockey game. A 3-2 lead for the home side. They won 5-4 yesterday evening, but it was 5-2 with 3 minutes to go and 2 late goals by Rhode Island, including a few chances in the final seconds to tie. Made that one interesting to the final horn. Eugene Lim's shot is blocked. 21 seconds left on the power play. Dropped deep by Schickling. Up to the point and sent down below by Churchvara. Patience here from Crane, back for Churchvara. There's a shot, rebound in front, and it is skittered all the way down on the clearance by Rhode Island. 5 seconds left on the man advantage, and that will quickly expire. 5-on-5, 3 minutes, 43 seconds left. A touch there by Jamie Crane will wave off the icing, allow Drexel to get a change. DeRocher plays it up the ice, and this is Griffin Long. Churchvara will win the race there as Tyler Black was initially beaten. Nice job by the captain to get there and erase any doubt. Wave off icing there. Salisbury got to put the backhand on it, but couldn't get it in front, and that will get out of the zone. Well done there by Drexel. Fortunate on a hopping puck. 3:07 to play. De Silva stays put for now. I would anticipate he'd do that for about another minute and a half. But something to keep an eye on. Odd bounce there as Wick handles that one well. Kurzenabe, that pops right into the air, and Drexel will get the clearance. A nice kick there as that one hit the glass, and that slowed it down. Otherwise, could have been icing there. Ferraro sends it across the ice. That's a great pass. Salisbury has Long, and they score! All tied up at 3. Long headed to the backside post, and great vision there from Salisbury. No chance for the goaltender Wick. We're tied at 3 with 2:35 to play. This one felt like it was heading to the wire. No doubt about that. And headed to the wire we go. Jared Ortiz wins the faceoff at center ice. 3-3. 2:30 to play. Final game of the weekend here for this Drexel D1 team. They won last night 5-4. Rhode Island has tied this one up. Urbani didn't get much on that one, and now 2-on-2 the other way. Here's Caruso. Has Kramer with him. That pass a bit beyond Kramer's stick, the alternate captain. And Alsfeld could have done better there from back behind the net. Christopher Hagan has Churchvara. What a pass that was. Churchvara had a little bit of trouble handling it. Puck is loose. It'll come to Urbani. At the edge of the circle, takes a shot. It was deflected off his stick. Good block there by Rhode Island. And this one sent high. It'll chase Ortiz back, who loses an edge. Alsfeld takes the shot. Wick there with the save. Big save there by Jeremy Wick as Jared Ortiz, who lost the edge, led to this opportunity. Covers up there. 1:40 to play in the third period. 100 seconds from overtime. Face-off won by Rhode Island. There's a shot through traffic, never got to the net. Good block in front. One more time. There's a shot. Does get all the way through, and Jeremy Wick gobbles it up right in the center of the chest. One more look at this shot coming from the point. Jeremy Wick lines it up. Billy McNally can't win this face-off, but Drexel still has work to do to clear. As it's sent back behind the goaltender Wick, and Eugene Lim will be there. Tries to tie it up. Could have just gotten it into the neutral zone. Now a block there from Kurzenabe. Back behind the net, Weisselbaumer plays it back to the point. Big block there by Lim, and he will this time get the clearance. And they build it forward now. Lim drops it back for Carmichael. Carmichael's shot to the near side. It was blocked by the pad of the goaltender De Silva. One-timer from Lim. It was blocked right off his stick. Lim's going to get it back. And could not play it to the point. Back the other way. And back the other way it comes. 33 seconds left. Jeremy Wick will cover up. And 32 seconds left in the game. Timeout on the ice here. I think this one was burned by Rhode Island, given that the officials are over there in front of their bench. They're going to talk this over, see if we have a resolution here in regulation. What a game this has been. And a reminder that this game and all of our games here on the Drexel Hockey Network are brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business. And a special day for the LeBeau College of Business as the dean of the school dropped the puck. It's Drexel LeBeau Alumni Day, as well as many student organizations being represented here at the rink. Jake Salisbury will take the face-off, opposed by Patrick McGinley. Jeremy Wick, alert in net. Looking for control on the face-off. And Drexel whips it around the boards. Kept in at the point by DeRocher. Whacked there by number 9. Zane Reynolds out to center ice. And Griffin Long back there to get it. 12 seconds left in regulation. Here's Ferraro. He'll take the shot. Big rebound. Another one comes on. 3 seconds left. Shot from an off angle. Down to 1. One more wind and fire, and that's the end of regulation. We go to overtime, tied at 3. You saw the net come off the moorings there, and Jeremy Wick saw that, grabbed it, and threw it back in the slot with about 6 seconds left, kept the play moving. Rhode Island could not get the shot on net. They got one there. Ferraro had a good one, but really there was no traffic. Jeremy Wick was able to make the save. The only concern is that a low and hard puck on the ice off a pad can sometimes create a really good weak side opportunity. There was no real offensive player there for Rhode Island, and as a result, we go to overtime, tied at 3. Bit of a different format here as they go 4-on-4 for 5 minutes. And if there is no victor by the expiration of that 5 minutes, it'll go to a 3-man shootout. Drexel 17-2-2-2 on the year. University of Rhode Island is 13-11-1 on the season. Of course, those losses, when I say 17-2-2-2, the first 2 is losses in regulation. The second 2, overtime losses. The third 2, shootout losses. Drexel not particularly worried about all those 2s. They're trying to put an 18 in the win column. Overtime about to commence. Bob Long on play-by-play. Elise Staklinski on camera. Drexel in white, Rhode Island in blue, and we're underway. It's actually 3-on-3 hockey here for the next 4 minutes and 53 seconds, or until we get a goal. DeRocher plays it up for Salisbury. No icing there as Salisbury wins the race. Right in front, one-timer. It went just high of the bar. DeRocher still there. And Eugene Lim has the puck. Possession so important in a 3-on-3. Churchvara, he'll stop on a dime and set up the offense. Kyle Weller there along with Eugene Lim. Sent in front, big save by De Silva. What a pass that was, and Churchvara got the stick on it. Now DeRocher the other way. As Churchvara comes to the bench for a substitution there, it's Nick Urbani on in his place. 4:02 to play. DeRocher carries back behind the Rhode Island net. Nick Ferraro directs traffic. Jonathan Alsfeld and Mike Costello. It's Costello with the puck now. Stopping on a dime, playing back to the point. Here's Ferraro. And nearly a miscue there, but Alsfeld, and now it's given away. Zane Reynolds has ice in front of him, comes one-on-one, and a big save by De Silva. Reynolds still strong on the puck, sent around, there's nobody there. It's a race to it, and Aaron Carmichael will get there first. Dumps it off for Nick Urbani. James Schickling onto the ice as well. Urbani, good move there. Aaron Carmichael crashes in, peels back behind the net. Carmichael gives the puck away. Schickling still in the area, and a nice job by Costello to keep Schickling off the puck. 2 minutes, 54 seconds in overtime, and what we should do here as well, since we don't really have an OT, we'll say it's the 4th period. Shot, big save there by Jeremy Wick. And now Drexel will have possession. 2-on-2 coming the other way. Schickling takes it back below the goal line, takes a big hit. Patrick McGinley in the area, pops high. McGinley right in front for Schickling, and he lifted it just high of the bar. 2:25 to play. Overtime period number 1. They wave off the icing as Rhode Island won the race. I think Wick should have seen that. Nonetheless, here comes McGinley. He was ready to come off the ice, and now he will do just that. Lim didn't see it, and as a result, they give possession right back to Rhode Island, and this is Jacob DeRocher. DeRocher carries in, blocked there, right back for Griffin Long. Long carries behind the net. What a good stick that was by Kyle Weller, and they fight for possession. 1:51 to play. Griffin Long comes free with it for Rhode Island. Up for DeRocher. Into the slot. He'll just play it into the corner. Long now behind the net, swings with the backhand. And has a wide open set of ice. Sends in front. Jeremy Wick covers up. Kyle Weller got the stick on it, and that one nearly went into the back of the net. That would have been the second own goal. But look at that guy on the far side. That was huge from Weller because it was a drop in on the back door for the win for Rhode Island without it. 1 minute 33 seconds to play in the overtime period. 93 seconds until a shootout. Aaron Carmichael with the puck. He can pull this back a little bit if he wants, but he sees green grass in front, sent forward, and the deflection would not go. And now 2-on-1. Costello missed it. Wicks out of net, and a big hit there. But Drexel lives to see another day, and now the net comes way off the moorings. Another look at this one from Costello. And it was Urbani and maybe Costello going down a little bit easy, and then an extra shove on Jeremy Wick. The video may not be too kind to Mike Costello upon further review. But no penalty of any kind there. 1:04 to play in the overtime period. Next goal wins the hockey game. Churchvara carries it up. Lim stays on sides. Lim nearly got the stick on it. Folks campaigning for a trip. That one's not going to come. Here's Alsfeld. Brought right on. Jeremy Wick came out and poked it away. Lim has it now. It's 1-on-1. A lot of tired legs out there. So Lim will take the shot. It's wide. And 36 seconds remain. Ferraro flips it high. Churchvara brings it down. Lim hit hard into the Rhode Island bench. 25 seconds left. Now down under 20. And that was dangerous as that one came right on to Silva. How would that have been a way to end this thing? And now 2-on-1. Rhode Island with the numbers. Wick's got to be big. Makes the save. 7 seconds left. Up to the point. DeRocher plays it across. Ferraro down to 1 second, and they won't even get the shot off. We're headed to shootout. So 65 minutes have taken us as far as it'll take us here in terms of gameplay. 3-man shootout, and if we're still tied after that, it'll be 1-on, 1-off until we get a winning delta. Certainly one of the most well-played games that I can remember calling here for the Drexel Hockey Network. 3 apiece through 65 minutes. 3 20-minute periods, that is, and an overtime 5. So both teams will create their order. Jeremy Wick heads to the net to our right. Daniel De Silva heads to the net to our left. And the teams appear ready to go. The officials come to both benches. Check with the scores box. Special thanks to Elise Staklensky on camera for pulling overtime duty here today. As we've gone as far as a hockey game will take us. Kyle Weller to shoot out first here for Drexel. He'll go against De Silva, and we're ready. Weller against De Silva as he carries it in. Big save there by De Silva as he stayed with the forehand. Another look as Weller never went to the backhand. The blocker save there by De Silva. Patrick Kramer, the alternate captain for Rhode Island. And Jeremy Wick opposes him. Jeremy Wick with a blocker save as well. Another one where Kramer did not go to the backhand either. And Wick teed it up. Nice save there. And it's Schickling, James Schickling for Drexel. And a save there again by De Silva. Tried to go to the backhand and came up begging. Just lost control of it right there. Nick Ferraro will shoot next for Rhode Island. And Wick stays with them all the way across the crease. A deke about 3/4 of the way there, and Wick was not having it. Got to the outside post, and a beautiful save. Now it's the captain for Drexel, Mike Churchvara, and I would think that the captain, Jake Salisbury, will follow for Rhode Island. Here's Churchvara coming in with speed. And it's a save again. De Silva with the glove. Larceny with the left hand. Churchvara tried to tee him up and could not beat him. It won't be the captain. Instead, it'll be Griffin Long, who's had an excellent game for Rhode Island. This to end it. He scores! Rhode Island wins in a shootout. Griffin Long, the lone man to beat Jeremy Wick in the shootout. But it's enough as the University of Rhode Island wins the second game of the weekend. They split the weekend series here against Drexel. They win 3-3 in the shootout. What a great weekend of hockey here. Drexel going to be disappointed to lose this one for sure, but it was unbelievable hockey on both sides. Daniel De Silva, the backup here for Rhode Island, came in and had a tremendous game, keeping Drexel and the offense in check. The student body was fantastic for Drexel. I thought Kyle Weller, Aaron Carmichael, and Mike Churchvara specifically stood off the page for me as guys that played unbelievable hockey. But unfortunately, not quite enough here for Drexel today. A lot for the team to learn from. Rhode Island, the type of team that Drexel will see as they continue on and hopefully on to nationals this year. But a lot of work to do there in the ECHA. Need to win the regular season title in order to do so. And to do that, the next game that they'll play is 7:40 on Saturday evening, the 25th of January, as they take on the Naval Academy. But for this weekend, they win one and they lose one. A regulation, I should say, 5-4 win yesterday evening, and then a shootout loss. A great shot there. Griffin Long wasted no time, dialed it up from about the top of the circle, and beat Jeremy Wick on the blocker side. Congrats to Rhode Island for the win here today. A great weekend series between two high-level ACHA D1 teams. Thanks again to Elise Staklensky with me here on camera and the rest of the great Drexel University hockey program managers. For all of them, I'm Bob Long here for the Drexel Hockey Network saying so long from Philadelphia. Your final 3-3 in a shootout. URI, the winner. We'll see everybody next weekend for more Drexel hockey action.